Greetings and welcome to today's episode of LifeMoreSmart. I'm your host, Brian Pruitt. If you haven't already done so, press that subscribe button so you'll never miss another podcast. Now for today's episode. Today I'd like to talk about having laser-sharp focus. This is part 2. In our last podcast, we talked about the group of 2,000 successful entrepreneurs and what separated them from those that were unsuccessful. The 3 things were unusual clarity, powerful success habits, and taking 100% responsibility. Unusual clarity. In this podcast, we will cover unusual clarity and a few other success tips. You see, unusual clarity seems to be a common denominator in successful entrepreneurs. When you have clarity and you laser focus on your vision that what could be, your life changes. You see things as possible instead of impossible. You see, I can tell you what you're focused on based on your mood. We need to focus on what we want, not what we don't want. It's hard for a football receiver to catch the football if their eyes are not on the ball, if they're not laser focused. Your circle. Have you ever heard or known someone who always seems to attract the worst in life? I think we all have. They'll focus on the bad things that have happened to them in the past and continue to focus on it, sometimes for years. This focus and thought process will only attract more of the same. Their energy just attracts bad after bad, and it will continue until they decide to focus on something good, something positive. When you're around this negative energy, it can and will affect you if you're around it for any length of time. So please be alert to this. When you clear your life of the negative energy, you will be able to have greater clarity, better vision, and you will be able to understand the purpose for your life. Let's do an exercise. Well, unless you're driving. Take your hands and fold them in front of you. Which thumb is on top? For me, it's my left thumb. Now take the other thumb that's on the bottom and put it on top. How does that feel? A bit uncomfortable? Well, this is a habit. Right here in this exercise is why most people don't get what they want. They just haven't become comfortable being uncomfortable, which is what is required to make a change in your life. Now let's move on to action. If what you've been doing was working, what you're believing for would have already shown up. You need to put something new into action, and that's going to be uncomfortable. You see, if that comfortable thing you've been doing for months, maybe years, was working, what you want or what you're looking for, that dream, that goal, it would have already shown up. You must see it first. The way to get over being uncomfortable is to first visualize it in your mind. Visualize being comfortable at what makes you uncomfortable. It's a proven fact that our bodies can't tell the difference between a real or a vivid visual event. How many times have you woke up and had a dream that was so real, so scary, so intense that you woke up in a cold sweat? Work on visualizing the positive things you want to occur in your life. You'll see a positive difference in no time. Let me leave you with this today. Everything you want is just outside of your comfort zone. Become comfortable being uncomfortable, and success will be at your fingertips. Well, that's it for today, everyone. If you like this podcast, don't forget to share it with a friend and those loved ones around you. Have a successful day, and I hope you join us again here soon.